Ladies and gentlemen, it is very shocking that Raila Amolo Odinga's political career is now on the verge of collapsing, and Raila is now reaching his dead political end. Now I can watch this without fear of contradiction that the only card that Raila Amolo Odinga is left with is William Samoei Arap Ruto.
Nimemwambia rafiki yangu huyu Ruto,
Raila Amolo Odinga should cling on to William Samoei Ruto until 2027.
Unasema Ruto aende. Aende alafu nani ifanyike?
And if William Samoei Ruto loses the 2027 general election, that will be an end to Raila Amolo Odinga. That will be like the last nail on Raila Amolo Odinga's political coffin.
Ati sisi ni watu ya baba. Sio ni sawa? Si hata mimi nilikuwa mtu ya baba.
Now let me put this into context. Remember, there is a famous quote by PLO Lumumba that states that a good dancer knows when to leave the stage. And Raila Amolo Odinga seems not to be aware of that quote. Raila Amolo Odinga has overstayed his presence in the political landscape.
Nataka muende muniulizia Agwambo. Sasa wewe bwana Agwambo, unauliza nini huyu William Ruto?
And Raila Amolo Odinga is now losing his relevance in Kenyan political landscape.
Huyu Ruto huyo nimefanya naye kazi kwa muda mrefu sana. Yeye ananijua mimi. Kwa hiyo sasa ile akipiga kelele huko mimi naangalia tu.
Now this is the catch. During Sabasaba demonstrations, Raila Amolo Odinga wanted to take credit for the demonstrations that were to happen on Sabasaba, but that backfired. Even the planned demonstration that was supposed to happen in Kamukunji never happened. And that only signals to you that Raila Amolo Odinga is now becoming irrelevant. Initially, Raila Amolo Odinga owned the monopoly of protest and demonstrations in the Republic of Kenya. But the Gen Z wave is now a fresh wave that has overtaken Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila Amolo Odinga lost his popularity in the Kenyan political landscape when he joined hands with William Samoei Ruto, whom Kenyans consider to be a murderer. Raila Amolo Odinga decided to ride on the Gen Z's protests, the protests that Gen Z's fought gallantly and even invaded the parliament. Several Gen Zs were killed, but Raila Amolo Odinga took advantage of that. Raila Amolo Odinga got a clean way into the government of William Samoei Ruto, that is the Kenya Kwanza government, and donated his cronies under the guise of experts. And that is now bringing a new face of Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila Amolo Odinga used to exist as a reformist, as a people-centered politician.
But if Moi proceeds and rakes himself back to power again, using Sesoni, then the people of Kenya shall be justified to use other means to get rid of it.
But the kind of Raila Amolo Odinga that we are seeing currently is a political conman, is a political harlot, and a political broker. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, during Moi's regime, Raila Amolo Odinga gave Moi a very tough time. And Raila Amolo Odinga eventually landed into the government under cooperation deal that he signed with the Moi's regime. Now, during Kibaki's era, it was nusu mkate. During Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's time, it was handshake. And during this William Samoei Ruto's time, it is broad-based government, an arrangement that is very unpopular among Kenyans. A move that experts say is going to kill Raila Amolo Odinga's political career. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Raila Amolo Odinga used to command a very significant support across the country. The wave of Raila Amolo Odinga was very strong, even in the coastal region, Ukambani region, the central region, and the entire Nyanza. After Raila Amolo Odinga decided to shake hands with William Samoei Ruto, he lost a very significant support. And that is now what I'm considering to be the end of Raila Amolo Odinga. This is the reason as to why I'm saying that Raila Amolo Odinga should ensure that he sticks with William Samoei Ruto. And if William Samoei Ruto loses the 2027 general election, that will be the dead end of Raila Amolo Odinga. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about that? Now, ladies and gentlemen, several people have questioned whether Raila Amolo Odinga has been very serious in his quest for presidency. Because people are saying that Raila Amolo Odinga is not even ready to take responsibility of governing this country. Remember, William Samoei Ruto knows very well that Raila Amolo Odinga is a very strong political force to reckon with in the Republic of Kenya. And that is the reason as to why William Samoei Ruto did everything that he could do to ensure that he sends Raila Amolo Odinga into the African Union seat, a deal that backfired. And when Raila Amolo Odinga came back to Kenya, we thought that Raila Amolo Odinga could join the Gen Zs to liberate this country. But the greedy and selfish Raila Amolo Odinga just got into the government through his infamous MOU agreement, a deal that is not even working. Now that signals to you that Raila Amolo Odinga is not a people-centered person. He is not having any interest of the people of Kenya at his heart currently. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the reason as to why I'm saying this, and I stand to be corrected. Remember, Raila Amolo Odinga served as an MP of Kibra constituency for 21 good years. And as we speak, Kibra is the largest slums in Africa. And the only development that Raila Amolo Odinga could do in Kibra was to supply them with polythene papers to be used as flying toilets. And what if Raila Amolo Odinga is now made to be the President of the Republic of Kenya? Can we say that Raila Amolo Odinga can be better than William Samoei Ruto? I refuse to agree with that. Raila Amolo Odinga can make a worse president than William Samoei Ruto. Remember, Raila Amolo Odinga and William Samoei Ruto were once in the same political party. That is the ODM party. And they once shared the same political ideologies. And now Raila Amolo Odinga was the one who gave William Samoei Ruto sleepless nights after William Samoei Ruto became the President of the Republic of Kenya. And that is the reason as to why Raila Amolo Odinga got a very easy way to get into the government of William Samoei Ruto, because they once worked together. They are reading from the same political playbook. And that is now the person of Raila Amolo Odinga that you might not know. Raila Amolo Odinga is not fighting for the people. And that is the reason as to why I feel strongly that the Luo nation and the Luo Nyanza region have been brainwashed by the so-called Raila Amolo Odinga. The Luos are not thinking beyond Raila Amolo Odinga. The Luos are viewing Raila Amolo Odinga as a mini-god. And if Raila Amolo Odinga says left, all Luos will go to left. If Raila Amolo Odinga says right, all Luos definitely goes to right. The Luos cannot think beyond Raila Amolo Odinga. And that is the reason as to why, during the Saba Saba demonstration, a move or a demonstration that was meant to liberate this country from the yokes of bad governance, the Luos say that this fight is not theirs. And they say that they are in the government just because Raila Amolo Odinga and his cronies are benefiting from William Samoei Ruto's government. And that is just to show you how Raila Amolo Odinga has brainwashed the people of Luo Nyanza and his entire supporters. Ever since Raila Amolo Odinga stepped into William Samoei Ruto's government, he has lost a very significant support base. Even the western and the coastal region of Kenya, which used to give Raila Amolo Odinga a good support base, are now seeming not to be close to Raila Amolo Odinga. This is just due to William Samoei Arap Ruto. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, politics is a game of interest. And Raila Amolo Odinga is serving his interest in William Samoei Ruto's government.